Hey everybody, this is John with Custom Kids Cars. Thought I'd do a final assembly on HellRam here. We're getting ready for a big show, car show that is, on Saturday in Ludington. And we're trying to bust it, getting this thing all ready. We are in the wiring stage. And speaking of wiring, things don't always go as planned. We're throwing wires around, and what happened is our key lock connector to the ESC touched on the positive of the battery and shorted it out. Kind of our fault for even leaving it plugged in. So now hopefully I can unsolder the wire and put a new one in. It's not a cheap fuse. That's not what you want to do. We should have had it fused, but anyways, so I'm taking a break so I can solder that up. The ESC goes back in here. Here's the compressor, accessory battery, and the two dry batteries are in there, but you can't see them barely. But yeah, hopefully you guys have been watching the updates on this. Here's the wiring stage. That's basically all motors, brakes, and reverse wiring there. And then underneath the windshield here, yeah, spaghetti. In here we've got the air pressure gauge for the air ride. We've got the key switch. We've got relays, one for the lift of the compressor, one for the dump valve. Got a bunch of different switches here and a voltmeter that we got to wire up. And we haven't even thought about installing the stereo yet. So we got a lot more wires that's going to go in there. But I'll show you some of the main things we've got wired up. So here's behind the dash. Here's the steering wheel. And if you saw from the other updates, these control the air ride. So that's dump. And this is up. Kind of hard to do this with a cell phone in my hand, but you see the tire gauge or air pressure gauge for the air system. And when you hit the dump valve, just like that. So we use the stock key, so when you turn that on, it turns on power to the ESC, or electronic speed controller. See, we got a little bit of hydrographics going on in here with the mini skulls. We got this one, we call this demon mode. We got lights on here in the shop, but it turns on the cab lights and the red LEDs. And also the tail lights. So that's demon mode. Here is night driving mode. Turns on. Let's see if we can get it here. There's halos, and then these super bright fog lights. So that's the second rocker switch. Third one is actually activates the turbo blow-off valves. So when you hit this brake pedal, it's going to obviously engage the brake, and it's also going to engage this micro switch. So basically that relieves pressure in the turbos. I'm not a turbo guy, but it came with the turbo, so that's that one. And then this last one, we just decided what we were going to do is we did underglows, but instead of just putting under the floor pans, because this thing is so low to the ground, we actually put it under, or actually above each wheel well. So basically there's LED strips above each light. So with that polished stainless steel and the hydrographics, it's a pretty cool effect. Again, you don't get the true effect with a bunch of lights on in the shop here. think that's pretty much about it for now. I've got some repairs to do to this ESC. Hopefully that works, because I don't have another one that's the same specs. I have other 24 volt ones, but not 1,000 watt. We are using stock motors right now. Yeah, I got to get to it. I got to put the stereo in. I haven't even fabricated the speaker panel here. Probably going to use some Polk 5.5s. A lot of work still left to do. I put the seats in. I still haven't even hydro dipped the mirrors. The front splitter needs to be painted. Still on the fence if we're going to dip that in large skulls or just leave it white. I have a feeling it's going to have to be repaired a lot, since this thing literally scrapes the ground. Probably be a waste of effort to dip it. And then also the Dodge Ram badge. We got to figure out what we're going to do with that. It's not even in place. Probably going to paint it and dip it in something. I don't even know yet. Haven't figured it out. Anyways, guys, I hope you think this project is awesome, because besides HellRam or Nightmare, this thing is the baddest build we've ever done. So again, thanks for watching.